What would your character's 3 favorite movies be?
Good Will Hunting, Old Yeller, Star Wars.
Oh boy. Okay, let's pause right there. I cannot tell you how excited I am for this Superman movie, mainly because Superman is a Star Wars fan. You heard me. Kal-El wants to be a Jedi. David Corenswet, who will be playing the Big Blue Boy Scout in theaters this year for the new James Gunn Superman movie for the DCU, is a huge Star Wars fan. And there are so many clips of him on the internet talking about his love for Star Wars, showing it off. Honestly, whenever he's asked a question about anything, he brings it back to Star Wars. I cannot wait for this movie, and the fact that he's a Star Wars fan is just icing on the cake, okay? Let's take a look at some of these clips.
The Force. There were at least 3 or 4 times when I was growing up where I would sit quietly and then just...
Okay. Superman, and I know he's not Superman. I know he's David Corenswet, but Superman is asked what superpowers he would like to have, if he could have any superpowers. Superman can fly. He shoots lasers out of his eyes. He is impenetrable to bullets, super speed. He can breathe on things really hard, and then they get super cold, and they freeze breath. Superman said he wants the Force. We're going to start right there, because that fires me up, baby.
And then just slowly open my eyes and go. And probably one of those times I half convinced myself that, like, it shook a little bit or something.
He's one of us, dude. Superman is one of us. Superman is a Star Wars nerd. I don't think we're understanding this. Superman is a Star Wars nerd. I'm so happy about this. We all did this. Even if you're not a huge sweaty Star Wars nerd like me or a bunch of other people, millions of other people, we all did this as a kid. We tried to move stuff with our minds like we had the Force. Dude, you can't tell me right now that when you walk into a supermarket or a grocery store or like a Walmart or a Target, you do that with your mind for the automatic doors. I know you do. Don't lie to me. And don't lie to Superman.
I mean, my first love of space was the opening of Star Wars. You know, when Luke, walks out of his house after his uncle says, you got to stay on another season, and he goes up to the dune, and he looks out over the 2 suns, and John Williams comes in. Dun, 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 dun.
Dude, great answer. Where did your love of space come from? Oh, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. And I don't want to hear you say, that's not Superman, that's David Corenswet. Shut up, Kermit.
Season, and he goes up to the dune, and he looks out over the 2 suns, and John Williams comes in. Dun, 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 dun. I just remember being like, yeah, let's do it. Come on.
This fires me up, dude. I cannot tell you how excited this makes me for Superman. And here's the thing, okay? Like, I get it, okay? He's an actor, okay? But for a reason why Superman works and why Clark Kent works is because of the boyish charm of Superman, right? And I don't mean like he's like a kid. It's not like Shazam like Billy Batson, right? And I'm sorry for all the Star Wars fans who are watching this who are like, what is he talking? Bear with me. The reason why Superman works, why Clark Kent works, is because he has that pure heart. Okay, here's what's cool about this. Superman, who is a symbol of hope, the actor who is playing Superman, says that one of the most hopeful, not only moments in Star Wars, but in movie history, when Luke looks out over the Dune Sea, and he even says it with the John Williams music swelling and everybody's tearing up. The actor who plays Superman, talking about how much John Williams' Binary Sunset means to him, scratches an itch in my brain that I didn't know was there.
Okay, if there's one kind of character I could play in a movie in my life, what would it be?
A Star Wars character.
Superman.
Okay, Superman's your guess?
A Star Wars character.
You want to be more specific and get the points?
And
a kind of character.
a Jedi?
Yeah. Jedi is correct.
Cool.
There you go. He wants to be a Jedi. Now, here I would love to see David Corenswet in the Ray movie. Imagine David Corenswet, the guy who plays Superman in the Ray movie. David Corenswet is one with the Force. Let this guy into the Star Wars franchise. Hey, Lucasfilm, let David Corenswet play a Jedi, please. Let Superman be a Jedi. Let him live his dreams. Let Superman live his dreams and be a Jedi. Hey? Huh?
Books to recommend: the Star Wars X-Wing series by Aaron... I'm going to forget his last name, but if you Google X-Wing Star Wars Rogue Squadron...
Superman's a Legends nerd. Superman is a Legends nerd. Superman is a Star Wars Legends nerd. I don't think you understand how cool it is as a big old nerd. No, actually, you probably do. Hey, fellow nerd who's watching this, Superman is a fan of Star Wars Legends. That's it. Superman is a fan of Star Wars Legends. And I'm going to keep calling him Superman because, hey, this guy's my Superman. And what great Rex, dude. The X-Wing series? Gosh. Because, look, I love Heir to the Empire, right? But if somebody had to ask, like, oh, what's your favorite Legends book? A lot of people would be like, Heir to the Empire. It's a big pick, right? It's probably the most prominent in terms of Star Wars Legends, especially right now with what Star Wars is exploring in terms of Ahsoka and post-Return of the Jedi, right? A lot of that time period is the same era of what Heir to the Empire is, right? This guy goes with the X-Wing novels, and Superman loves them. Let Kal-El be a Jedi. Hey, Dave Filoni, let Kal-El be a Jedi. Let Clark Kent be a Jedi. Let Superman be a Jedi. Dude, when I'm watching a movie or a TV show, there's a lot of stuff that can like pull me out, a little weird thing here and there where I'm so engrossed it takes me out. A lot of people would be like, oh, that's just Superman for me. I don't care. Let him be in Star Wars. And I don't just mean a cameo. Dude, imagine in the Mandalorian and Grogu movie, here's my pitch. X-Wings all fly in. It's the New Republic. There's something going on. All the X-Wings are needed. They go from cockpit to cockpit. They land on one cockpit. Guess who's flying one of the X-Wings? Superman. Superman in an X-Wing. That's the coolest thing I've ever heard in my life. Superman flying an X-Wing. How cool could you get? Give him a lightsaber? That would be even cooler. I love this guy. Hey, David Corenswet, I love you.
I got, when I was younger, I would get Hayden Christensen, which I really liked. Anakin Skywalker, Star Wars.
Okay, right. Took me a minute.
He's kind of a big deal.
The last son of Krypton giving his props to the chosen one, baby. Dude, if he wasn't cool enough, Superman advocating for Hayden Christensen, dude, what's not to love about this guy? Okay, he's a Star Wars fan. He's one of us. Give him a panel at Star Wars Celebration. Let him sign stuff at Star Wars Celebration, dude. Come on. Hey, David Corenswet, you want to talk about lightsabers? You want to come talk to me? You want to come talk about lightsabers, dude? I would love a whole podcast or like a whole interview where he's just talking about all his favorite stuff in Star Wars. Are you kidding me? Gosh, I'd love that.
The Death Star is in range. You may fire when ready.
He knows all the words.
I have you now. What? You're all cleared in now. Let's blow this thing and go home.
Dude, him doing the sound effects. Come on.
Stand by. Stand by.
I'm getting goosebumps, dude.
Great shot, kid. That
One
was
in a
1 in a
million.
million.
If you were to ask me on a scale of 1 to 10 what my hype level is for Superman, 300,000. I don't care what the movie is, okay? I love Star Wars. I love nerd stuff. I'm a big old nerd, close to 30, big old sweaty nerd, all right? But when I see another nerd just like me, just like us, getting to live his dream and be one of the, if not the most iconic superhero of all time, and also know that he's going home at the end of the day of being Superman and flipping on Star Wars, dude, you got my vote. You got my support. I was already excited for a Superman movie, but now you can't tell me otherwise, dude. I was already going to be there on opening night. I'm going to be the first one in line. I might dress up as a Jedi to go see Superman. And people are going to be like, why? What? That doesn't make any sense. Superman would know. Superman would understand. Crash landed on Earth just like C-3PO and R2-D2 crash landed on Tatooine. Come on, dude. The last son of Krypton is a Star Wars fan. Man, David Corenswet, I can't wait for you to be Superman. I'm so stoked for you to be Superman, and I am so stoked to watch this movie. Dudes, may the Force be with you. This was a fun one. Your focus determines your reality. I'll see you later. Thanks for watching.